Good evening, everyone. Welcome on behalf of the Atkinson family here. We joined together, I guess, as a bunch of people who knew Andy, and we wanted this time to be a time of reflection, a time of worship to the God who gave him life, and a time of comfort and security to all those here. My name is Matt. I'm a friend of the family's, a good friend of Dave's. We met a few years ago down in Christchurch, and I found it quite cute that, once you got to know him, he kept saying, "Man, you've got to meet my brother. You've got to meet my brother." His brother just meant, so much to him, and I sort of thought, oh, well, this is a lot of hype. I finally worked out on a trip to Auckland what I've been missing out on, what probably heaps of you guys knew for a long time, that to know Andy Aky was to love him, was to really like the guy. I don't know of a guy like that with so many people who just like him. Like, not a lot of people know me, but probably less than half like me, So I find that incredible, and so it's just going to be a cool time here. Last Sunday, January 28th, Andy went to be with his God. The story of his death had an impact on this whole country. Literally thousands of people as they sat in their living rooms and caught up with the evening news. For those of you that missed it, I'm going to show that clip now.
Friends of the Auckland man who died after jumping into the Waikato River say they're devastated by his death. 22-year-old Andrew Atkinson had been battling a serious disease and had just begun to turn the corner.
Andy Atkinson was a young man who lived life to the full.
Recently it was kiteboarding, skydiving, wakeboarding, snowboarding, surfing, just whatever he could do, he just did with 100% passion.
Andy was swimming here in the midday heat with friends yesterday near the Parachute Music Festival. He backflipped off the 15-metre high bridge but never resurfaced. Police divers had to come from Wellington. They found his body 50 metres downstream.
He was a guy who did live life to the full. And I want to just welcome you on behalf of Dean and Fiona Rush and the team here at Christian City Church. Obviously for us as a team, we're absolutely devastated at the loss of Andy, and we do want to just express our deepest sympathy to the family and friends. Andy, he was an integral part of the church family here. He served as a primal youth pastor. He fully involved himself in leadership, bands, worship, poetry, all manner. Yes, poetry, I know. All manner of crazy antics, activities, and I'm sure you're going to hear a lot about the different things which Andy got up to over the course of the evening. But as we know, Andy was far more than that. Andy was just an incredible, just a fantastic and amazing friend to so many of us, to so many people. He was incredibly loved, and he will be incredibly missed. The question always arises, with tragic circumstances, when pain hits, when you get a video clip like that to appear on your television screen, is how should we react? How do we deal with situations like this? Our natural reaction, let's be honest about it, is to, want to shake our fists at God and shout out, why? Why? As many as you know, Andy, he suffered from Crohn's disease, and he was subject to much pain much of his life and spent time in and out of hospital and underwent surgery on several occasions. And I think with Andy, through this, he actually set an amazing example to us of how to actually deal with pain. Andy, he was just eternally optimistic. He just happened to maintain this incredible positive exuberance right throughout his life. He was all about life and the possibilities that it held. The other thing which I love about Andy is that he always chose to be involved. He could have easily excused himself and sat back, but he didn't. He had more than enough going on in his own world. Last year, we asked him to step up and run the Bays Primal Youth Church. And at that time, yeah, I'll do it. He stepped up and decided, I will care for others. And that, to me, that's the heart of Andy. Despite the circumstances, he's always willing to be a part of life. We can't easily answer the why question, but we can choose how we live. In spite of his pain, Andy chose to live life passionately, and he chose to live life for others. At this time, I believe Andy would urge us to do the same. We're now going to sing a song, As the Rain. Johnny's going to lead us. And this is one of the songs which Andy loved, and it just proclaims the love and hope of God. So what I'd like to do is just to invite you to stand, or if you'd rather sit, then that's fine, and we'll be singing this song together. Thanks, Johnny.
Okay, I reckon I could fit 1,000 mini M&Ms in my mouth.
No.
No, I could.
You're being stupid.
No, I could.